What up, guys? I'm here with Rado. We're going to check out another go-kart. I got a friend of the family, came over for Thanksgiving yesterday, and said he had a go-kart I could have. So we're gonna go check this thing out, see if there's anything on it we can use, or maybe if it's a more suitable frame for the project or whatever, but we're gonna be there in a minute. Let's check this thing out.
It's a golf cart. Club cart, too. It's still firing, man. Pedals are even closer.
Think so?
It's got double pedals, though. That's weird.
It's got better tires, better rims, for sure.
Definitely the tires are better.
A better steering wheel. It's got a better seat.
It's so weird. It's like one for kids and one for adults.
Oh, yeah.
I guess we just cut them off.
X60 or something. Yeah, so we have the motor too. I can't bring all this shit home, dude.
It's so hard to get a kick on it.
It's not going to start anyway, dude. So I'm a little undecided on this go-kart. It's in pretty rough shape. The axle seems frozen, or the brakes are frozen. But it has some parts I think I can use. It's got a bigger steering wheel. It's got tires that are bigger, so I think we're going to take it for parts. Maybe we'll use the frame, I don't know.
Beached. Go-kart number 2 acquired.
Yeah.
Should have got the scooter.
Freaking Rado was preoccupied with the scooter the whole time. Wouldn't stop fucking around with it.
It was the Yamaha Trail.
I don't want to get involved in the scooter.
Turned over like butter. Where? Yeah, ether. Yeah, boy.
It didn't pop good.
Put it up before you burn the valve. It's done. There it is. Take the ratchet strap off.
Good. We were trying to get the motor running, but I think the gas tank's clogged and carb is plugged, so I'm not going to mess around with this thing. It doesn't serve any purpose. So I'm going to try to take this disc brake off because it's locking against the caliper, and I'm going to see how freely this axle spins. This axle does have keyways and it's a live axle, so it's going to be useful for our purposes.
Loose as butter.
All the stuff is pretty loose on this thing, huh? It's not all rusted solid or nothing.
Is it just gonna slide now, though? No.
I think you're gonna have to tap the bearing.
Give us a. I can't tell if this other one is also a set screw, if there's nothing in there. Axle out.
Well, we got that out after a lot of pain in the ass. A lot of hammering.
It was easy.
No problemo. So all we're gonna need is a new bearing. And some new bearings will be good to go. Look at this bearing mount. Did I bend that? There's no way I bent that. So we got the axle out of the other frame. I'm probably going to try to use that in this frame. I think what we're going to do now is take this motor out, take this seat out, and take a look at the frame, because this is going to have to get stretched longer, like I said before. And now that we got that other go-kart frame, we have some extra metal, so maybe we can utilize some of that metal. But we're going to take the roll cage off and yeah, start taking this thing apart.
Hey, you need to get the back off first, and then you can articulate it forward. Now she's a reggie.
It's kind of cool like that, honestly, but...
released.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, motor's off.
It's gold.
Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere.
We definitely want those meaty motherfuckers so you get some ground clearance.
Yeah. It's gonna raise the center of gravity though.
So it's still low enough and then gonna flip over. Well, maybe you'll flip it over.
Feeling a little more inspired? Not really.
Let's start doing more stuff. I want to cut. Shooting sparks, dude.
Such a sketch ball.
Dude, you're shooting all over the table, everything. You know how much flammable that tree shit is? Fire extinguisher.
So we're starting to get this thing pretty stripped down. We're trying to make a decision on where the best place is to cut this frame. Not really sure. Rado thinks we should cut it up here.
Right at the grip tape.
Right at the grip tape. I was going to cut it in the back, but I'm not sure.
I like the idea of welding the other front end right on.
Or maybe we can weld the front end from the other go-kart on this one. So we're going to measure and see if that's even a possibility.
Why would they put this right into the frame? Like you can't remove it.
Alright, so we got this cut off, the steering wheel bracket. The new steering wheel is going to be center mounted, so we have a lot more space in here.
It isn't the bars.
So we got the seat off the other go-kart. We're going to have enough room back here for that two-stroke motor with the pipe.
Just let the pipe melt right into the back.
Hold that there. Yeah, might need a heat shield. So that might go something like that, and then right now I'm thinking about just cutting the front end and just stretching the front. So we might just do that instead. I'm not quite sure yet. It's still about the stretching the frame, but we might have to get the motor out of the dirt bike and see how that's going to fit and what positioning it's going to need to be.
Can you hold there?
Mm-hmm. So we got the rear axle out. And we have the axle from the other go-kart right here. It's the same diameter. This is the live axle we're going to be using. This is the sprocket hub from the small sprocket that came on this go-kart. And we're going to be able to use the tires that came off the new go-kart. So all I have to get for this is a disc brake kit and this axle and some bearings. So I need a disc brake kit, some bearings, and this axle assembly is complete with tires. And then I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut this box out of here that was around the axle because that caused a lot of problems trying to take the other one apart. Probably going to take this motor plate out so we can just drop the new axle in. We're going to make custom motor mounts for the dirt bike. For the dirt bike motor.
So make sure you get that wheel clearance.
That's not a bad test to do. These tires have... Oh, is that the rear tire?
Yeah.
No, that's
Well, they're all the same.
You would assume they're the same. You gotta take that nut off, or that washer off.
So that's one on. And it's gonna be a tight tight fit. We don't have another one.
That's a wider axle than the other one too.
Yeah, but wider tires though too. Way wider than the old ones.
So you have to measure how much is sticking out and see if you can match it on that side. Because this can come over to there. So here's a solid axle with the new rear tires. Like I said, this blue stuff here is going to get cut out. It's going to be sprocket. It's going to be over here. And probably the disc brake over kind of in the middle area.
Yeah, this is so perfect.
Yeah, we'll just have to make sure we have the same amount on each side.
What happens when you don't have bearings, folks?
Well, we'll probably use a tape measure when we do it for real.
Right there, though. That's about as close as hand gets. It's tight clearances. It'll work.
I think that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Go down below, subscribe. This is the third part, and 80cc. This is the third part in the 80cc go-kart build. So go back, watch number 1 and 2, and I'll see you next time.